Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Durandal. This is a tabletop role-playing game in the times of Charlemagne's court, with mythic chivalry and legendary warriors. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products. They have recently released New Flesh, a future noir tabletop RPG where cyberpunk meets biological horror. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by pt3 Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls, experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop role-playing game where you play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Era Zone Zine Quest prototype tabletop RPGs. This Kickstarter features a collection of tabletop role-playing games ready to play. They cover everything from science fiction, science fantasy, horror. They have minimal artwork and playtesting. It's a wild collection of ideas. The link will be in the description and in the pinned comment. Today, it's still day over here. Today, I want to continue with my review series featuring the Durandal Quickstart. It's a free Quickstart. You can download it from Drive Thru RPG. Here it is. So, as I explained, this is all about the valorous knights in the times of Charlemagne's court. This time, we are going to talk about three things: perks, passions, as well as stress. When it comes to perks, these provide your characters with special abilities, of course, bonuses, and narrative advantages that distinguish them from others. There are two categories. You have high perks, which grant significant advantages or abilities that give the character greater influence and authority. And you have low perks. These provide more situational benefits that are still useful, but have less widespread impact. Perks are designed to enhance character strengths and provide unique opportunities for creative problem solving. When it comes to passions, you have four passions. First, virtue. Virtue represents the character's moral compass, qualities like courage, honor, etc. Faith is all about reflecting the character's religious or spiritual devotion. I would separate both, because religions can get quite political, often linked to their beliefs in higher powers. When it comes to duty, this ties the character's actions to the sense of obligation, to family, liege, country, etc. When it comes to temptation, this is the internal struggle or vice that threatens to pull the character away from their higher ideals. Whenever a player's actions strongly align with one of their passions, the game master may award an advantage. Bear in mind that you really have to show that you are pursuing your passion. Now, once you earn an advantage, you can choose one of three benefits: plus one bonus to a task, recover one effort point, or heal one stress point. And we will clarify that later on. Here you have advice for the game master, but the advice, there is a point that is not very good. Two of the good points are reward choices, of course, and creative opportunities. Opportunities for the character to play out that passion. But then it says, use open-ended questions or prompts at key moments to remind players of their passions. This will ruin the immersion. There is no floating game master. How do you feel about this? What are your feelings? Do you feel the passion? Make that clear in session 0. At the start of each session, if you want, the players should roleplay that and identify those passion moments And because this is a storytelling tabletop RPG sort of hybrid experience, they can describe Lorenzo feels greatly moved by the words of his lord, describing, telling that story, a little story about the character, describing that sort of medieval story moment. Now, when it comes to stress in Durandal, characters have three stress meters that track their physical, mental, and spiritual endurance. You have fortitude, which represents a character's physical endurance and ability to withstand injury and fatigue. You also have resolve, all about the mental and emotional resilience, and you have piety. This meter reflects a character's spiritual devotion and connection to their faith. Oh, there is an error here, a typo. Right under stress in page 6, it reads stress. Stress, okay. Stress represents the mental and emotional strain characters experience throughout their adventures. It could be from battles, supernatural fears, moral dilemmas. Now, when it comes to the way that stress works, there is accumulation. Characters gain stress points when they face challenging situations, experience failure, or encounter demonic or supernatural horrors. High stress affects a character's decision making, combat effectiveness, and overall mental stability, so you want to keep your stress points as low as possible. And then when stress becomes overwhelming, the character might hesitate, panic, or even flee. When it comes to thresholds, when a character's stress reaches certain thresholds, penalties are applied. There are also stress levels and consequences. For example, in the case of 1 to 3 stress points, minor stress, -1 to tasks, the character is on edge. But what happens when you get 6 stress points? High stress, -3 to tasks. The character may struggle to focus and faces severe penalties on tasks requiring calm under pressure. They are also at risk of breaking down mentally. Stress accumulates vertically rather than horizontally. This means that if you have 3 fortitude stress points, you would receive a -1 penalty to tasks. When you reach 4 fortitude stress points, just to further clarify, this penalty increases to -2. However, if you have 1 stress point in fortitude, 1 in resolve, and 1 in piety, the penalties are cumulative, resulting in a total penalty of -3 to tasks. Now, when it comes to relieving stress, characters can reduce stress through rest, prayer, and successful completion of goals. Certain acts of virtue, faith, or compassion may also help characters recover from stress, reflecting their spiritual resilience in time of hardship. Characters can also reduce stress by playing to their passions. And this concludes this part of the review series. In the next part, we are going to talk about combat. So this is all very good and in theme with the Charlemagne romance that this game is trying to represent. But definitely that point of the game master asking questions about the player, having a conversation about what the player character feels. Don't do that. For the sake of the immersion of the roleplay, do not do that. And then you will see why in a few moments. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the Super Thanks button. You can also check out the information in the description, the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not having a conversation about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.